My name is Johnson Rusk. My nickname since I was born and all the time I lived on Mount Hood was Baby K. And my first fire experience was down in the Estacada forest on a brush disposal crew in 1981 and 1982. And then once I got those 2 years of experience, I applied to the Zigzag Hotshot crew and was hired in 1983 and worked the years 1983, 84, and 85, and then moved to Colorado in 1985. I think my favorite fire story is that I got to fight fire. When I was on the Zigzag Hotshot crew, there were 7 women on the crew, just all fantastic women, and the men were great as well. It was just, I felt like it was a well-oiled, wonderful experience. And then backing up to the brush disposal crew as well in the Estacada district, that was a just great fire building experience, and lots of hours on the end of a hose, and got experience digging line, going on fires, and of course we weren't priority, but we got a lot of time in. You know, had a good crew and good crew bosses as well. And then getting on the hot shots was just pretty darn magical. In the let's see, in between the firefightings, I was a professional ski patrolman, so it was a great life. Patrolling in the winter, skiing all winter, springs and falls off to travel and go have fun, and then just the exciting life of being a firefighter. I was also the head EMT for the crew, having that ski patrol experience, and then I was also timekeeper, so I had a briefcase. So it's kind of a professional firefighter, I guess, with my little briefcase. I remember, because I'm kind of quiet and nice, some people on the crew were like, "What? You're going to be our timekeeper, you know?" But it turned out that my being nice and kind, you know, they never questioned the hours. So that was fun. Just, I had my web gear. I was just under 5'2" on the crew, so the shortest one by far. And so I had my fire shelter, my web gear, and my first aid belt as well. So packed a lot, plus my briefcase. Not on the line, of course, but in between fires. So, gosh, it was just a pretty fantastic time in my life, being able to go on cruise. I remember getting the call to Alaska. It's like, what? We're going to Alaska? How cool! So we flew up. I think we went to Fairbanks. It's been a while, so I could have that wrong. But we flew up to Alaska, staged there, and then flew up to the town of Bettles, which is on south of the Brooks Range, way up north in Alaska. And then from Bettles, we took a 2-hour helicopter flight onto the Arctic Circle to fight fire on the tundra. And the way they fought it up there was, there were these little black spruce trees that just had leaves on the top part of the trees, and we'd cut those down, and we'd beat the fire out on the tundra. It was just so exotic and fun. And we had paper sleeping bags, and we slept out on the tundra. And so it was like sleeping on a soft mattress. And you had to be very careful with your trash and stuff because of bears and being way out in the wilderness like that. So I think that's one of the most memorable fires.